I used to love food, and I still do. Many years ago, I used to have very, very large breakfasts. It was either 4 toasts, each loaded with ham, cheese, and tomato, or I would have one bowl of cereal, followed by another bowl of cereal, followed by another sugary bowl of cereal. I was eating quite a large amount, and I really thought I was doing the correct thing. I was eating big breakfasts 10 minutes after waking up, and I really believed that breakfast was the most important meal of the day. I believed that religiously. And then about 2 years ago, I switched it up a little bit. I started eating smaller meals, porridge, 20 grams of protein every morning, still straight after I woke up. But why did I start eating smaller meals? Well, I wanted to do some sports in the morning. And as you know, you can't eat a massive meal straight after waking up. I'd start throwing up, having a stitch, not feeling so good. And now, only a few months ago, I started intermittent fasting. Why? Well, I came across a video by Hamza, how to increase your testosterone naturally. As we all know, we all want to increase our testosterone. Testosterone is the hormone. Everyone would like more of it. It's masculine. It gives you all of these desirable traits that every man would like. And I listened to Hamza. I listened to him with an open mind. I listened attentively. And he told me some shocking things. They were quite confusing to me. He told me breakfast is not the most important meal of the day. And I was quite shocked to hear this, because throughout my whole life, I religiously thought breakfast was the most important meal of the day. But then he justified himself. He told me how you can increase your testosterone, obviously. You can use that hunger in the morning to drive you to do some productive work, whether it be educational or physical. You can reduce your body fat. And I was really intrigued by this. I mean, I really wanted to do more productive work. I mean, exam season was coming up, and I thought, why not? I always want to be as productive as possible. So I did a bit more research. I looked into Andrew Tate. I found out that Andrew Tate eats 1 meal a day. He eats like 10 hours after waking up. And both of them had very, very similar reasons. Both of them were talking about how it's the most natural thing to do. Our cavemen used to literally fast by accident. They used to wake up, not go to a refrigerator, but they had to hunt. They had to spend hours and hours, sometimes even days hunting. And I really resonated with this, because I really feel like I have this caveman instinct, this natural instinct to do the things we used to do 10,000 years ago. So I thought, let's have a go. My first sort of round of intermittent fasting, I started eating 1 hour after I woke up. Just one, not so much. In this hour, I did a bit of schoolwork, preparing for exams. And now recently, I've stepped that 1 hour to 4 hours. Now my first meal is 4 hours after waking up. So now I eat my first meal at about 10, 11 a.m. My last meal is at about 7 p.m. So I've got this 9-hour time frame of when I eat. And that's basically intermittent fasting, because I've reduced the time frame simply by delaying the time at which I eat breakfast. I've already discussed about the main reasons why most people fast intermittently. To increase testosterone, to reduce body fat. I mean, I'm quite lean. I don't really have to reduce body fat, but it's definitely a benefit. You feel that drive, that hunger you feel in your stomach can really, really help you to be more productive. Hunger is what helps you achieve things. Hunger. That's how successful people are born, basically. That's how success is born. All these benefits. But the main reason why I started intermittent fasting is because when you fast, it's like an expression of gratitude for your food. If you wake up first thing in the morning and you go straight to the fridge, straight to the bread basket, straight to the bag of cereal, that is a very, very different routine to what we used to do tens of thousands of years ago. And it's quite ungrateful to do that, I would say, because going straight away to eat food, you just woke up, right? You haven't done any work, you haven't done any physical exercise, and you're just eating. That is quite lazy. However, back in the day, if our ancestors wanted to eat, they had to chase a boar, they had to chase a lion, they had to go picking berries in the bushes, they had to go do all of this tough physical activity just to get some food. And I believe we have to go back to living somewhat like this, because that is when we unlock like the superpower, the hunger, increase the testosterone. Nowadays, food is everywhere. Obesity is everywhere. It's shocking. So I went on a bit of a tangent there. But the reason is basically because I find fasting as an expression of gratitude, and eating 4 or 5 hours after you wake up is a little sacrifice, and you can use that hunger to drive you to be more productive, to do more work, to work harder, which you can then reward yourself after with food. One more reason is because I can optimize cardio in the morning. Cardio in the morning without eating breakfast, you may think could be dangerous, but in fact it's not. Training without eating is not dangerous, because although you may have eaten 12 hours ago, you would have gone to sleep, and in your sleep your metabolism slows down, so you don't actually get hungry. And if you wake up and go do some cardio straight away, not only are you doing this fasted, so it's easier for you to lose body fat, you don't have any food in your stomach. You won't get a stitch, and you can push harder. And for those gym rats who are listening and think, oh, you're talking rubbish, I need to eat, how am I going to maintain my protein, my calories? Guys, you can still eat in a bulk. You can still bulk up, eat in a calorie surplus while intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is just eating in a smaller time frame. It's that simple. So not only do I feel lighter when I'm cycling or running, not eating breakfast means I can go earlier in the morning. Going earlier in the morning means less people are out, so there's less cars on the road. Less cars on the road means the roads are safer, the air is cleaner, so your lung health is better. And the earlier you go, it's nice and fresh. The air is fresh, the dew is still on the grass, you might even see the sunrise. So guys, that is why I've started intermittent fasting. I really do recommend it. It's how we used to live thousands and thousands of years ago when we were at our peak physical ability. And remember to accept, adapt, and overcome.